From United Nations Television, this is UN in Action.
I still don't lose hope. People live with hope, right?
Katuna Spandarashvili is living on hope. At 38 and a mother of 2 teenagers, she has advanced stage cervical cancer. Her cancer has spread to her bones and blood. Her temperature is so high that she was rushed from her home in the countryside to this hospital in Tbilisi, Georgia's capital city. She was diagnosed a year ago after months of excruciating pain. Even with her severe symptoms, it took doctors a while to figure out what was wrong.
They examined me and they found something in my uterus, as if I were 4 months pregnant. The doctor told me to go to the oncology clinic. The next day, we went there and they said I had a tumor.
Katuna's story is all too typical. Cervical cancer is the second biggest killer of women in this country, the result of years of state underfunding for cervical cancer screening. If caught early, cervical cancer is highly treatable with a 90% survival rate. But tragically, until recently in Georgia, 3/4 of the women who tested positive for cervical cancer were, like Katuna, at an already fatally advanced stage. After a round of treatments, Katuna returned home from the city hospital, where her family, like her son Zura, helped care for her.
They say, don't be afraid, we will not leave you alone. When there is somebody beside you, you have hope in this life.
Timely testing is critical in saving the lives of cervical cancer patients. UN Population Fund, or UNFPA, has been assisting Georgian authorities in developing a free screening program 4 years ago. The results have been very promising. Tamar Komasoritsa, Assistant Representative of UNFPA in Georgia.
More than 18,000 women are screened annually, and the quality of services is really high.
Last year, because of this program, 80% of women who had tested positive for cervical cancer were diagnosed at a stage early enough to survive. Sandra Rolofs is the country's first lady and an activist for making early cancer screenings accessible.
Because, of course, we do not have 100% coverage. We need to involve more women and expand territorially so that we can share the burden throughout the country.
Plans for the expansion of free screenings for women who live in remote rural areas is next on the list in Georgia's race against cervical cancer. For Katuna, these changes come too late. She passed away shortly after the filming of this report. But hopes remain that her tragic loss, a life cut short by a very curable form of cancer, serves as a reminder for many women to seek and demand early treatment. This report was produced by Alexandra King and Vladimir Lazinski for the United Nations.